Come on, Q. QE.
Abby!
So excited my knee was
Amy.
Wait, is that the ticket? This is yours, Cole.
Thank
you. Did you look like professional?
Oh. They've been doing this for years.
Oh, please turn your hat
Been
back.
in the family for years. That's not how I do it.
I heard they were going to deliver.
Napkins were amazing.
It's been said. Yeah, close all about the side.
You found out they signed that. All about him. Oh, he's straight.
Live and die side.
Alright, so our senior project was the formation of DC Pizza.
Well, our early ideas, none of us were doing pizza. My first idea was building a gazebo on a cliff. That failed after the zoning guy went on vacation. I couldn't get it approved for a couple of weeks. Cole was...
I had a couple plans to do some really expensive and exciting things, and then they were too expensive and too exciting for my mom. So, those
Too dangerous.
Too dangerous, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was going to sail to Block Island in a 420, which is a 4.2 meter boat with Graham Richards. So it would have been a really long journey, and we decided not to do it for safety reasons and time.
We all tried target shooting for a while, and that too was just too difficult to organize. So anyhow, we started off, one of the first things I did was I wanted to make pizza peels because we didn't have enough for the level of production we were doing. So the first one I made was this one, and this was just all by eye, and you can tell it's pretty shoddy compared to the good one. It's kind of like diagonal. This one I made entirely on the rope, on the CNC machine. We engraved it with their name and everything, so for a pride and joy, I guess. But these are just some pictures of it being made. And then early on, we originally were going to make brick ovens. And so early on, we made this kind of makeshift oven just out of materials I had around my house. Fired it up, got to about 600 degrees, made a few pizzas. They turned out all right. But unfortunately, the materials weren't good enough.
Wait a minute, hold on. All these juniors who are coming in, what class are you in?
Study hall.
Study hall?
Yeah.
Everybody in study hall?
We have a Tallahan, named after Rowan Allahan. We actually checked the facts on that.
no bacon crust.
Oh, no bacon crust?
No, that one is.
Okay, so we also figured there wouldn't be enough room to increase production with this oven, so we kind of scrapped the idea.
And it wasn't made with the right materials, it actually exploded afterwards. This is all the fragmented bits after it apart. So that wasn't very well done.
Alright, so before we actually came up with the idea to create a business for our project, we kind of made pizzas on our own just for friends and family and stuff. And a couple early deliveries that we had before we actually were DC Pizza was to Ross's house, and that was in like late winter. And then to Billy Bussetto and Jack Berger after they came back from work. The crew team, Bo.
Yeah, we were trying to deliver pizzas around 11 o'clock. No one really wanted a pizza. Everyone thought we were high. Bo eventually was a taker at about 11:45. He got a nice pepperoni and sausage pizza.
And Phil Cohen was actually the first responder to a tweet I sent out. First responder to acknowledge the tweet would get a free pizza. So I sent one out to Lime around 10 p.m. on a Sunday night. And then, besides friends, we would make them for our family, our parents, if they were always interested and they wanted them. So we would do that as well.
So when we started off, we were just buying dough from Da Vinci's and rolling it out, making pizzas with that. So we realized if we wanted to do this for real, we had to make our own dough, our own ingredients. So we had an experimentation day, and we came up with our 2 dough recipes.
We have the black all dough, which is a thin, crispy artisan dough. Very nice. Which is
I like so.
in the margarita.
Much more delicate.
Oh, very delicate.
It's a refined taste.
And then the South line, which named after the mean streets from where it came. Pizza, it's like they call it a working man's pizza.
Oh, absolutely.
We also
What did people think of when you said artisan?
So our ovens weren't really big enough to handle this level of production, so we wanted to try it on the grill. And it actually worked out a little bit, but it wasn't even heating, so we kind of straightened that eventually, but it was just experimenting.
And then we had all sorts of toppings. We kind of added on as we got more requests from some of the customers. And also the sauce we would buy, you'll see in a video, we would buy from Big Y.
Yep.
And then it was, shout out to Big Y, yeah. And then after that, it would kind of be generic, and we would make it our own with our spices and our own ingredients. And that's what the professional guy said at AC Pearson's that we talked to.
So here's some, this is our experimentation that day.
Alright, so this is our first pizza we made.
So this one came out pretty
And,
sloppy.
We actually forgot
This was our
to put
first
cornmeal on
black
before we put it on the grill, so it kind of got stuck.
And the thing with the black hull is if you don't put enough cornmeal on and you do it on the metal peel, it's going to stick and look terrible.
Like that.
That's that one. And then here's
Here we go. We have here the second rendition now. We have our stone at 500 degrees on the grill.
We had
Our new
practice
thicker
on the grill
crust,
for Carnival
more
Night
cheese.
where we kind of made our debut.
Irons out. See it first, bro.
You can see it doesn't slide off. This one didn't turn out so badly.
Yeah, you'll see it on the right
Oh yeah.
It's not off.
there. And right here is actually
So this is
the
the
birth of the South
first
Line.
thick crusted pizza.
You know, we got a couple suggestions that make a thicker crust with more cheese, kind of more Teddy's Pizza Plus style, and this was the first one of the type. Alright, so Carnival Night, as a lot of you know, was our debut for DC Pizza.
So we set up, we brought the grill over to the location, and we set up a few tables for making ingredients. We made all of our dough beforehand. We just kind of threw it out and made the pizzas, threw them on the grill right in front of everyone. I think a lot of you saw that. We have a little video that kind of shows what it looked like. This was right at the end. This table here was.
I think that's what they do. I'm not really sure. So yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun going to Carnival Night with all the kids and everything, all the students and teachers. And it definitely helped our morale, especially when our pizza stone burst into flames.
It cracked in half, and you can actually see it's on fire.
So, it's on the grill, and it's just.
That was our first
Like, oh God.
Did that happen?
fatality.
Yeah. There's just a shot of all of us.
We recruited Pete's help. We recently started working at Da Vinci. He's a prime dough thrower.
Okay, so the grand opening. It started out pretty rough. We had no ingredients. Cole went to Big Y, got everything, got in line, and forgot money. So we were a little behind. Sorry to any of you out there who didn't get the pizza on time.
That's kind of how we work, though.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, finally we got the money, and this is a little clip of.
Yeah.
Kind of shoot 2 separate minutes. And that's us taking the generic sauce, and then we would make it into our own.
Buying out the store. That's everything. You start with traditional sauce, and then you make it your own. That's right. That's the way the pros do it.
Yeah. So then Rob called us up and he's like, "Hey, you making pizzas?" He's like, "Yeah." He comes over, and first we thought he was just gonna order one. The next thing you know, he's working the phones for us. He logged every pizza we made, orders, planned out when we had to deliver what, who was gonna deliver it. And really, we couldn't have probably done that night as mediocrely as we did.
This is a lot.
Without his help, and he was pivotal.
You can pass this around. You see, this is all the pizzas we made over the time. It's got like checks and where it's delivered to and what kind of pizza and
So this is us the first night of production.
Yeah, we had some people, we delivered a lot of them, but some people came to our store.
I'm doing this thing. This is
where the magic happens right there.
right here. It's all on keeping your elbows in tight. That's so true.
You got going on over there?
Said he's not getting it. Big old roast cheese olive oil here. We're about to
It's in the crust.
oil up the crust. Gives it that nice crispy texture.
Cleanup, we started at around 12:15. We had our last order at 11:45. Cleanup, there's a lot of mess, so cleanup takes about an hour. When we had 6 people, about an hour 15 when we had 3.
Yeah.
We got it clean.
We did. As you'll see in the shot on the next slide, we got a little before and after. But yeah, there it is. So that's our station, and then that's what this is McKnight.
You can't actually see so well, but over here there's about an inch of flour just coating that whole side of the
And the floors, keep in mind, are just
covered.
covered.
Flour.
No,
Absolutely
they were
covered.
really slippery.
Yeah.
They were slippery.
No,
Our socks afterwards would just
be
be,
caked. They
yeah.
were like
you
little
walk
bits
around
of
and you'd
dough.
have little footprints.
No, we, I mean,
Yeah.
so then we had our second night. Very much alike to the first, although we were a little bit better at what we were doing.
We had Italian music going.
Here we are, enjoying some fine Italian, old line style pizza making. This is just how we like to live our life. In the day, season in the moment, enjoying the art. Constructing the nice pizza pasta.
And here's a few customer reviews from both nights. I'm not sure who this.
Is that Cooper's little brother?
I think that's Ford's little brother.
Yeah, one more.
The night has just begun. It's a little after 7. After waiting for Cole to get the yeast, we're getting started on the second batch of dough, the dough of the night. Let's see how Dave's doing. Dave's working the dough nicely here. Cole's actually starting on another batch of dough. I'm expecting a lot of orders later for tonight.
You see, I didn't put it up flour in my hands to begin with, and I'm becoming a monster.
Nice. Cole, how's business?
Business so far has been pretty busy. I guess I'm trying to
Cool. The correct answer is business is booming.
Customer reviews sent in from a few of our.
So good, I want to eat it again.
I believe this is Ford Clear's brother. It's Snapchat.
Incredible.
And then these are some of like the social media things. People saying we need a delivery boys one day, and Thomas Ward and Jake Watson came up absolutely huge. I think we have their paychecks. Yeah, we had a lot of, as you can see, Tajay, Jack. You know, we had a lot of retweets, and kind of kept us going. Increased publicity a lot.
Alright, here we go.
How you going?
After a long day at work and a big Y, Aiden chooses to relax with DC Pizza. Everybody tell us what you think.
Solid.
Solid?
Solid.
Nice.
We also had the athletes.
Oh, hi there. I'm Eric Barringer here. The day before my triathlon, I choose to fuel up right with DC's on. That's some sustained nutrition.
We're
gonna skip stats for now because we have a video to show.
We made probably 100 pizzas for 3 nights, roughly. That's just one
This
establishing time.
shows you the amount of.
And these took so long to clean.
Oh my god.
So long. And special thanks to everyone on this slide. Could not have done it without you. AC Producing Guy was huge. He gave us a 25-pound bag of flour for free. So that was nice.
Glad
Now we
you
have
make nights first, though. Their kitchen.
Yeah. 3 times. And this morning too.
This is
Just a little video.
little cooking show we made for you guys.
So then I said to him, that's the last time I'll buy your cheese. Oh, hello. I'll see you there. Welcome to our kitchen. This is DC Pizza, and we're going to show you guys how we do things back here. Oh, hey Cole. Hey Dave, what you up to over here? Just making some of our world famous dough because I'm in. It's in dough. Well, anyway, here we have, we just heated up some warm water. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the yeast to it. About 1.5 teaspoons of yeast per pizza that you're going to make. So this is about 3 doughs worth.
So did you multiply each ingredient to make 3 pieces of dough?
Exactly what I'm doing, yeah.
Do you have to be careful with the yeast?
I mean, well, you just want to make sure you don't want to get any cuts or any orifices or anything like that. For obvious reasons.
I'm Dr. Greg McKay, gynecologist. And let me tell you, yeast infections are no joke. Be safe.
Now, I understand there are 2 right now we're going to be preparing our more classic Black Hall style dough.
That's a crispier crust.
Very crispy crust, much thinner. It doesn't rise as much. It uses a lot less dough, a lot less flour than the thicker South Lime crust.
Well, that's a working man's pizza.
I would agree. So what we're going to do now is stir in the yeast and it's going to dissolve into this warm water. Then we're just going to add a pinch or 2 of sugar.
Just a pinch.
Just a pinch.
You gotta really go by feel on these.
And that'll just give the yeast something to eat, so then it can start to activate.
And later on, the salt will then limit the growth of the yeast once it is mixed into the flour.
Exactly. So now we're just going to stir it in and let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes.
And you know it's ready to stop sitting when it starts to bubble and there's a little foam on top of the wall.
So we're just going to put it aside for now. We're going to start working on other parts of the recipe.
Oh, hey, Will. What's going on over there? Well, as you can see, I'm preparing the garnishes. All right. Over here we have our meats because, as you know, it's in the meats. So, we have the pepperoni here, the sausage, and the salami. There will be no bacon on the pizzas tonight. Over here we have the preparations for a mozzarella pizza, a margarita pizza, a white pizza on a black hall, of course. We have our thinly sliced mozzarella, the tomatoes, and the basil. That's fresh.
So Dave, what has been the most difficult part of making pizza?
You know, Eric, I think it's all been really hard.
So we're back here now at the dough station. As you can see, our yeast has really begun to foam up. You can see it's developed almost if you look at it from the side, almost about 1 inch of foam at the top. And that's exactly what we're going to look for here. And now I've prepared running hot flour. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt here.
A bit of salt.
And as Will said before, that will inhibit the yeast from rising too much. And then we're just going to mix this together so the salt is fairly even. And then just slowly add in our water with the yeast.
Now, folks, there's no real clean way to do this. This is always going to be messy.
Keep that in mind.
And you know, one way to avoid sticking is to splash some flour on your hands.
Right. And, there's only so much you can do. But, when you're making dough, it's going to be a messy process. I'm used to that. Come on. So we're just going to give it a few tosses here. And it looks like this is going to be a bit dry. So I'm going to ask Dave here, could you maybe pour me about 1 cup of warm water? We're just going to add that into the flour here. Just going to add that right on top. keep mixing it in. It's fairly even and consistent.
Now, I'm aware they serve many types of pizza here at DC Pizza, but if there was one specific type you could recommend, what would it be?
Question I love to hear. Well, by far our most elaborate pizza is called the Italian, named after a young Rowan Hallahan in South Tenerella. It's a South line pizza, you know, about this size. And on top of that, we have our mozzarella sauce, you know, the normals. But then, it's as you consider a pizza, so it's pepperoni, bacon, sausage, and salami. But wait, the crust is then stuffed, but not with just mozzarella. Oh no, stuffed with mozzarella and bacon. Now that's a manly pizza.
So is it time to start throwing the dough?
It absolutely is. You know, we just dive right in. Don't be afraid to get your hands messy, because it is a messy business here. And we pre-flour the counter so it doesn't stick. There's a lot more flour here. And you really just want to kind of get the heels of your hands into it. Keep pushing it around until you get it into a nice little ball here, and you can see it's kind of dried up a little bit. But that'll make for a really nice texture when it goes on the peel.
And now the peel is the paddle that you place the pizza in the oven with, right?
Right, of course, yep. And we have 4 peels, 2 wooden, 2 steel, that we made in shot glass, that Cole made in shot glass. So that should be good right here. We're going to take this instrument here, a little flour, we're going to start rolling so we can get a nice little base.
This is one of the black hull doughs, right?
Absolutely, and the black hull, as we recall, is the thinner crust, you know, and then we start to throw it, and it's about keeping your elbows tucked in and getting to the outside so you don't rip the middle of the pizza.
Now, Will, what does moray mean to you?
Moray means fear, because I can never get over what I saw in the ocean. It's just, I don't know why they sing about it in Italian. It's terrifying, it's weird. They look at it from the side, kind of like, I have no idea what the Italian fixation on it is, but it is too much.
The dough is tossed out, and we're going to cornmeal the peel so that it doesn't stick when we throw it in the oven. That's a problem we sometimes run into if you don't put enough cornmeal on. Will, if you will. Nice. Chapow!
Well done. Well placed, too. You want to get that right on the edges, too.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well done.
Beautiful. It's nice and thin. I'm going to throw it on. Stays nice and thin. And there you have it. There's the dough.
Ready to move.
So, Cole, all the viewers at home want to know, what is a moray?
I mean, the way I look at it, a moray is kind of like, when the moon hits the sky like a big pizza pie, that's a moray. Alright, so now we're over to the saucing station. We're just going to put, a good heavy dose of sauce on it. Spread it around evenly. And there's really no science to this. Just kind of get it to look even in consistency. Now we're going to move on to the cheeses. What we have here is a blend of 3 cheeses. And just, real general sprinkling. The cheese is general all over the pizza.
Oh, very good.
So, Dave, what exactly is a moray?
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe a moray is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
No, I don't think that's right.
Alright, let's go for the cheese. Slide down the hammer station.
Now I come over, this is where you add the spices, a little kick to it. We have the cheese, we have the sauce. This is where you give it the DC flavor. So we're going to start now with a couple spices that, should be in every kitchen. And are pretty fundamental to a lot of cooking and a lot of recipes around here. And this is the DC classic, so we like it spicy. I know everyone out there doesn't like it spicy, but for this particular pizza, that's what we're gonna do. We have the elf sauce here, which is spicy. I can't tell you what's in it, but it gives it a little edge to it. So we're gonna sprinkle a few drops on there, just like that. Compliments to Ann Lightfoot for supplying us with this. Now we have the olive oil. I'm just gonna pour a little in here. Olive oil, and we have rosemary.
we've done the rosemary into the olive oil. This is the rosemary infused olive oil that I think has become a staple for DC Pizza. We have our paintbrush, so what we're going to do here is just going to paint it around the crust, like so. And you have to be careful of getting it on the peel or else it'll stick to the oven. So hopefully we don't have that problem in the future. This really gives it that golden brown texture and color to it. Yeah. So a little more spice to it. Then what we also like to do here is add a little Romano cheese, you know, and you sprinkle it along the crust. It kind of sticks into the rosemary infused olive oil, and it'll bake nicely in the oven, giving it a little more flavor to it. And that's the spices. We're going to send it over to the meat and topping section as well.
Well, a true DC classic pizza would not be complete without the spiciest of meats, the genuine Italian pepperoni. So we're just going to liberally dose these around the edges, just like that.
Genuine Italian.
No need to show our source, but that's all right. Just throw these on there. And of course, the centerpiece. And now the one final thing to make it a true artisan pizza is fresh chopped basil. And that goes right around the edge. That's fresh. That's fresh. Now, David, pick up the pizza, and we get the cornmeal, and we're ready to slide it in the oven.
There we go. We'll explain the oven briefly. You know, when production is high and we have a lot going on, we have the attic right here, and then we have the basement. And when we have all three stones going, we call it a full house, naturally. So I think, what should we put this one, in the house or in the basement?
I think the house.
Let's put it in the house. Okay.
That's nice.
So we're going to try and shimmy it on.
Oh, hold on. We need the cornmeal.
Oh, thank you, Will. This is, you know, sometimes the toppings slide a little bit, but we can fix that. And this is what the cornmeal's for, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it works. And that just slid off like a beauty.
Like it. Oh, let's slide that in there before we close the door there, Nicole.
So there's the before, and we'll wait a couple minutes and see how it comes out.
So Dave, what's your favorite part about making a pizza?
Well, Eric, you know, I think my favorite part, I have no idea.
You're good. Alright, so this one's just about done. A nice crispy crust, and that's what we look for in the black hall. You can see the cheese is kind of golden brown.
A little bit caramelized, which is what you look for. Slide it on. You know, it cuts really nicely when it's hot right out of the oven. It just kind of falls apart on you, which is nice. You know, you don't have to work too hard. There you go.
Now normally we box this up and sell it off, but this one's for us.
I'm sick of this shit.
No. Hello, didn't see you there.
You kind of scared me. Well, that sure was a classic.
DC. Well, goodbye, and just remember, it's in the everything.
That'll be a wrap, folks.
How many times are you gonna screw it up, right? This is a business, not a freaking daycare. Wake up.
Cut.
The nerve this guy has. Unbelievable. He comes in here, you know, he's trying to do his thing. We're trying to talk to him. It's a team. You know, just because I can beat him up and lay down the law doesn't mean I'm gonna. But, you know, we're trying to serve the people. It's not about him. It's about us. And I don't think he gets that. What is this, amateur hour? This isn't JV. I guess it's a black hall thing.
I mean, he just freaks out on us all the time. And, I mean, it's not my fault. I mean, I fumble sometimes, so what? Everybody, thank you. Everybody makes mistakes. But, I mean, he has such a short temper. And, I mean, I don't know. I can't work under these conditions.
Just one. One does it. It's, working with these guys has been the hardest thing of my life. On one hand, you have the heavy, aggressive, temperamental Italian. He's just awful to work with, but he knows what he's doing. The other hand, you got the, these guys. The Irishman? Are you kidding me? He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know cheese from a brick. He's throwing cheese around randomly. He's saucing random things. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's the utmost epitome of incompetence. But, we're a team, so we can't openly be, bashing on him. We know he sucks. We can't say that. And in the middle, I'm just trying to, meld the two sides, but there's no way we're ever going to get a hold of Davey. And I see this thing going downhill fast. In the end, we somehow managed to work together and make some pizzas.
As if this greaseball could ever work with anyone.
There you have it.
That's us.
And we're probably going to be closed for a while. Yeah, it was extremely stressful.
There's thoughts of maybe opening up this summer with the kitchen at AC Peterson. They invited us to work with them this summer maybe, but it's just a question of whether or not we really want to do that. But, there's potentially a future in it, and money to be made if we want to be Pizza old. That's it.
You guys, any questions?
We knew, yeah.
Pretty sure I know.
Sure, what? Okay. Yeah. Any other questions for them?
That was so funny. You have a lot to live up to with your comedy.
We had a couple late nights. We're actually running on like 2.5 hours of sleep. So.
2 nights in a row.
Did you guys make the pizza that us here today?
We made it we woke up at 5:40 and made it. So it would be
Kitchen's still a bit of a mess.
Yeah, we just
It happens. We have a few more pieces of our margarita left. It's probably a little chilly at this point, but hey,